150 million years ago, long before humanity first walked the earth, our planet was a very different place. It was a world of giants, dominated by creatures of immense scale and power. In this ancient time, the late Jurassic period, one predator stood above many others. It was not the famed Tyrannosaurus rex, which would not appear for another 80 million years. No, this was a different kind of hunter, a creature whose very name means different lizard. This was Allosaurus. It was a formidable beast, an apex carnivore that stalked the fern-covered plains and vast floodplains of what would one day become North America and Europe. It was, in every sense, the lion of the Jurassic, a symbol of predatory perfection in its era. The name Allosaurus, bestowed upon it by the great paleontologist Othniel Charles Marsh in 1877, hints at its unique nature. Its vertebrae were lighter and different from those of other dinosaurs known at the time, earning it the different lizard moniker. But there was nothing slight about its presence. This was a creature that could grow up to 12 meters in length, as long as a modern-day bus, and weigh over 2 tons. Its reign lasted for millions of years, a testament to its incredible success as a species. The fossil record is rich with its remains, particularly in the Morrison Formation of North America, giving us a remarkably clear window into its life and times. Through these ancient bones, we can reconstruct the story of a truly dominant animal. Allosaurus was the very definition of a large theropod dinosaur. It walked on 2 powerful hind legs, its massive body balanced by a long muscular tail that swung behind it. Its head was enormous, armed with dozens of sharp serrated teeth, each one a dagger designed for tearing flesh. Above its eyes, it sported a pair of distinctive bony crests, which may have been brightly colored for display, perhaps to attract a mate or to intimidate rivals. Imagine this creature moving through a prehistoric landscape, its head held high, scanning the horizon for its next meal. Its shadow would have cast a pall of fear over the herds of herbivores that shared its world, a constant reminder of the ever-present danger that lurked among the cycads and conifers. To understand Allosaurus is to understand the ecosystem it commanded. It was not merely a participant in the Jurassic world, it was a key architect of it. As a top predator, it played a crucial role in maintaining the balance of its environment, culling the weak and the old from the great herbivore herds. Its existence shaped the evolution of its prey, forcing them to develop their own defenses, such as the armored plates of the Stegosaurus or the sheer size of the mighty sauropods. The story of Allosaurus is therefore more than just the story of a single dinosaur. It is the story of an entire age, an age where survival depended on strength, speed, and the unyielding drive to hunt. The incredible success of Allosaurus can be attributed to its remarkable physical design, a body honed by millions of years of evolution to be a perfect killing machine. Its skeleton was a masterpiece of engineering, combining immense strength with a surprising degree of lightness. The bones were filled with air sacs, similar to those of modern birds, which reduced its overall weight without compromising its structural integrity. This allowed it to be more agile and faster than its massive size might suggest. Its powerful hind legs, with 3 large clawed toes facing forward, were the engines that propelled it across the Jurassic landscape, enabling it to chase down even swift-moving prey. Each step would have shaken the ground, a thunderous announcement of its approach. The business end of the Allosaurus was, of course, its formidable head. The skull was large yet elegantly constructed, with several openings or fenestrae that helped to reduce its weight while providing attachment points for powerful jaw muscles. Inside its mouth was its primary weapon, rows of long, curved, and serrated teeth. These were not teeth for crushing bone, like those of the later T-Rex. Instead, they functioned like a set of steak knives, designed to slice through flesh with devastating efficiency. When a tooth was lost or broken during a hunt, a common occurrence, a new one would simply grow in to replace it, ensuring its lethal bite was always ready for the next encounter. This constant replenishment meant it never had to go long without its essential tools. But its teeth were not its only weapons. At the end of its surprisingly short but strong arms were 3 wickedly sharp claws. Each hand was equipped with 3 powerful digits, and the innermost claw was particularly large and curved, a fearsome grappling hook. While its arms were too short to reach its mouth, they were perfectly suited for seizing and holding on to struggling prey. One can easily picture an Allosaurus using these powerful, clawed hands to latch onto the flank of a giant herbivore, preventing its escape while its jaws went to work. This combination of powerful arms and a lethal bite made it an exceptionally versatile and dangerous predator, capable of tackling a wide range of animals. Finally, we must consider its senses. The large eye sockets in its skull suggest that Allosaurus had excellent vision, crucial for spotting potential prey from a distance. Its brain, studied through CT scans of fossilized skulls, had large olfactory bulbs, indicating a highly developed sense of smell. It could likely detect the scent of a carcass or perhaps a herd of living dinosaurs from many kilometers away. This keen sensory apparatus, combined with its powerful build, sharp claws, and serrated teeth, created a predator that was perfectly adapted to its environment. Every part of its body, from the tip of its snout to the end of its tail, was finely tuned for a life of hunting and dominance. With its impressive anatomical arsenal, the Allosaurus was an active and strategic hunter. It did not simply rely on brute force, it likely employed a variety of tactics to secure its meals. Given its powerful legs and relatively light frame for its size, it was almost certainly an ambush predator. It might have hidden among the dense forests of tree ferns and conifers that dotted the Jurassic landscape, waiting patiently for an unsuspecting herbivore to wander within striking distance. Then, with a sudden burst of speed, it would launch its attack, closing the distance in a matter of seconds. Its agility would have been a key advantage, allowing it to maneuver and keep its balance during a high-speed chase. The question of whether Allosaurus hunted in packs is a fascinating one that continues to be debated by paleontologists. While it is difficult to prove definitively, there is compelling evidence to suggest it may have engaged in cooperative hunting. Fossil sites have been discovered, such as the Cleveland Lloyd Dinosaur Quarry in Utah, where the remains of dozens of Allosaurus individuals have been found together. Some interpret this as evidence of a predator trap, where individuals were bogged down in mud one by one. However, others suggest it could be the result of a pack being caught in a disaster, or perhaps a social group that lived and hunted together. Hunting in groups would have allowed them to tackle the largest and most dangerous prey. Imagine a pack of Allosaurus coordinating an attack on a colossal sauropod, a dinosaur many times its own size. Such a feat would have been nearly impossible for a single individual. Working together, however, they could have harassed the giant, separating a younger or weaker animal from the safety of the herd. They might have used their numbers to confuse and overwhelm their quarry, with some individuals distracting the great beast, while others moved in to deliver deep, slicing bites with their serrated teeth. This method of flesh grazing would weaken the animal through blood loss and shock, eventually bringing it down. This level of cooperation would represent a sophisticated social behavior for these ancient predators. The attack itself would have been a terrifying spectacle of speed and power. Rather than a bone-crushing bite, evidence suggests Allosaurus used a slash-and-tear technique. It would drive its upper jaw downward like a hatchet, using its powerful neck muscles to inflict deep, open wounds. Then, it would pull back, its serrated teeth ripping away huge chunks of flesh. It could repeat this process multiple times, causing massive trauma and blood loss. This hunting style was brutally effective, allowing it to subdue animals much larger than itself without risking damage to its more lightly built skull. This was not a simple bite. It was a calculated, devastating assault, perfected over millions of years at the top of the food chain. The world that Allosaurus inhabited during the late Jurassic, from about 155 to 145 million years ago, was a warm, semi-arid environment with distinct wet and dry seasons. The supercontinent of Pangaea was continuing to break apart, and Allosaurus roamed the vast expanses of Laurasia, which would later become North America and Europe. Its primary hunting grounds were the vast floodplains and river valleys of the Morrison Formation in the American West, and similar environments in Portugal. This was a landscape dominated by towering conifers, ginkgos, and sprawling forests of tree ferns and cycads. It was a green, lush world, but one without a single blade of grass or flowering plant. This environment supported an incredible diversity of life, particularly giant herbivorous dinosaurs that served as the main items on the Allosaurus menu. Its diet was varied, a testament to its adaptability as a predator. It preyed upon ornithopods like the nimble Camptosaurus and the heavily armored Stegosaurus. Fossil evidence, including an Allosaurus vertebra with a puncture wound that perfectly matches a Stegosaurus tail spike, shows that these encounters were incredibly dangerous. But the ultimate prize was the colossal sauropods, long-necked giants such as Diplodocus, Apatosaurus, and Brachiosaurus. While a fully grown adult sauropod would have been nearly invincible, Allosaurus likely targeted the young, the old, or the sick, playing its vital role as a keystone predator. The fossil record provides a rich tapestry of the life and times of Allosaurus. In places like the Morrison Formation, its bones are the most common large theropod fossils found, indicating it was a highly successful and abundant animal. These fossil beds give us more than just bones, they give us stories. We find evidence of injuries, diseases, and brutal confrontations. The sheer number of specimens has allowed scientists to study its growth patterns, its anatomy, and its behavior in remarkable detail. From these scattered remains, we have pieced together a portrait of an animal that was both a fearsome hunter and a survivor, thriving for millions of years in a world of constant peril. In the end, the reign of Allosaurus came to a close at the end of the Jurassic period. The reasons for its extinction are not entirely clear, but are likely linked to environmental changes that also saw the decline of the great sauropod herds and the stegosaurs upon which it preyed. Though it vanished from the earth, its legacy endured. It set a blueprint for large theropod predators that would be followed by later giants, including the mighty Tyrannosaurus rex. As the undisputed lion of its time, Allosaurus remains one of the most iconic and well-understood dinosaurs, a powerful symbol of a lost world and a magnificent example of predatory evolution at its most awe-inspiring.